Far to the south of Gondor, beyond the great river, Harnan, and the burning deserts, lay the vast lands of Harad. From those lands came the Haradrim, men of dark banners and red armor, fierce in war and ancient in pride. They were not born servants of evil, nor were they creatures of shadow by nature. They were men shaped by their own history, hardened by heat and hardship, and drawn into the long struggle between West and East. In the Second Age, the shadow of Sauron extended far beyond Mordor. In Harad he found fertile ground. Some rulers allied with him willingly, seeking strength against rivals. Others were subdued through fear and tribute. Meanwhile, Numenorean mariners, in the height of their pride, had sailed south not only as teachers, but as conquerors. Harad remembered both domination and humiliation. Thus resentment toward the heirs of Numenor ran deep. When Numenor fell and Gondor rose in its place, the tension did not end. Gondor and Harad fought repeated wars across centuries. Haradrim kings contested control of borderlands and sea routes. In these struggles, Sauron's influence grew steadily. He offered unity under his dominion, vengeance against Gondor, and power to ambitious chieftains. Over generations, alliance became dependence. The Haradrim were famed for their discipline and for their war beasts, the great Momakil, towering creatures armored for battle, whose presence alone could shatter cavalry lines. In the War of the Ring, they marched north beneath crimson standards and fought upon the Pelennor fields with courage and fury. They were not cowardly nor mindless. They fought for their kings and their cause, believing themselves on the side of rightful strength. Tolkien himself reminds us of their humanity. When a fallen Haradrim warrior lay upon the field, Samwise Gamgee looked upon him and wondered what lies or fears had brought him there, and whether he had truly desired war. In that moment, the story widens beyond banners and armies. The Haradrim were not monsters. They were men caught in a tide of power larger than themselves. After the fall of Sauron, their fate was not annihilation. Aragorn, crowned as King Elasar, did not pursue endless vengeance. He made peace with Harad in the east, seeking reconciliation rather than domination. Thus, the long enmity began to soften in the Fourth Age. Harad did not vanish. Its people endured, freed from the will that had bound them. What they became after the Shadow's fall is not told in detail, but they were no longer pawns in the designs of Mordor. Thus, the Haradrim stand in the chronicles not merely as enemies of Gondor, but as a reminder that men on every side can be drawn into darkness by pride, fear, and the long memory of wrongs. Their story is not one of inherent evil but of allegiance shaped by history and power.